My friend Tian, who some of you might recognize as the project lead and artist behind Hollow Knight the Sanctuary, and I created a fan-made boss for Hollow Knight Silksong. I look back fondly on the day I watched Vatividia's video about Elden Ring's fake bosses. A video in which different artists envisioned what Elden Ring could end up looking like, since it was not released at that point. Watching that video was inspiring and fascinating, so in this video I will show you what similar thing we did with Hollow Knight Silksong, and how we might even take this one step further than you would expect, which I will talk about at length later. I wanted to start out this potential series with something a bit more grounded, something that builds a bridge between Hollow Knight and Silksong. I have more ideas that I want to make into projects like this, so let me know if you want to see the more insane and lore intensive bosses that I've made up. On screen is everything that this video will cover, so let's just jump right into it. For today, we are going straight to the very start of Silksong and the very bottom of Farloom. The Moss Grotto is home to many different enemies, most of which touched by the curse that controls Farloom like puppets on a string. But what if there was another species in the furthest reaches of the grotto, far enough away that the hold of the curse is not strong enough to take control? This is where Hornet finds herself, at the border of Farloom, not too far away from Hallownest. It is here where she finds a cave with some familiar bugs. Little lumaflies dance in the background, illuminating the dark cave, and then a big source of light emerges from the back. The lumafly queen makes her entrance. The lumafly queen is a highly territorial bug that hides away from the curse that struck Farloom in these far reaches of the kingdom. For this, I of course had to add some non-canon lore about the lumaflies as a whole, meaning that I added their existence into Farloom. In this context, they originate in Farloom and spread all the way to Hallownest, where the peaceful and yet dangerous bugs still flourish. Since their existence in Farloom has been threatened though, the lumafly queen doesn't meet visitors with hospitality, but instead attacks on sight. The design itself is based on what fireflies look in real life, mixed with the color scheme of the lumaflies. You can see here how the design changed over time. But now, let's get to the meat of the video, how the fight itself would turn out to be. This boss is an optional boss that provides a fitting challenge for the early game, probably being similar to Hornet Protector from the first game. The queen flies from left to right in her neutral state, meaning before she launches an attack. From this state, she does one of three things. Number 1, she tries to fly at ground level at a slightly higher speed, trying to hit Hornet. She then goes back to neutral. Number 2, she makes a ground pound when above Hornet. This attack deals double damage. This is then followed up by one of two attacks. 2A is a blue lightning AoE shortly after the impact, coming from her abdomen. With attack 2B, she gathers lightning in her antenna, shooting it towards Hornet directly. The lightning strike can reach over half of the area and is equally fast as, for example, the shots of an enraged guardian, but still deals only 1 damage. After 2A or 2B, the queen goes back to her neutral state of flying from left to right. Attack number 3 has the queen clinging to one of the walls. She then does a similar attack to 2B, gathering even more lightning in her antenna over a longer time, and then shooting a beam directly at Hornet, which even follows her slightly for about a second. This attack deals double damage. The queen then goes back to neutral. There's also something special about this fight though. Her health is split in two. She herself has 300 health, with Hornet doing an estimated 5 damage per hit at the start of the game, just like the knight. Her abdomen has 150 health. If someone deals damage to the abdomen, the damage is taken by the abdomen and the queen herself. If someone deals damage to the queen without hitting the abdomen does not take any damage. When the abdomen's health reaches 0 before the queen's health reaches 0, the fight changes. With her abdomen now broken, she cannot produce light or lightning anymore. This means that attacks 2A, 2B and 3 cannot be performed anymore. But that also means that Hornet must fight the rest of the battle in almost utter darkness, with only some lumaflies in the background illuminating the room. But of course, with time, Hornet will overcome this boss. And upon defeating, the player gets the Queen's Lantern tool, which Hornet can then craft herself using the abdomen of the boss, together with some materials. If the abdomen was destroyed during the fight, a few additional materials are needed to craft this tool. Once crafted, the tool won't have to be repaired. And even though there's probably another way to get a lamp in this game, the boss would provide this optional lantern early on, which would be a great way to reward exploration. The lantern's light would also have a unique blue hue. Hornet can then get back on the main path and fight her way towards the Citadel. I hope you like what we did here. I think Tian did an excellent job with the design of the boss, and I hope I didn't completely falter when it comes to editing this video. The true goal of this video is something else entirely though. Once Silksong releases, the modding community will go insane and create a lot of creative projects and mods. And with the modding community recently being able to integrate bosses into Hollow Knight, why not do something similar with Silksong? This is why I offer that people in the modding community in the future should contact me. This way we could maybe make this Hollow Knight boss concept into a real thing someday. This will probably take a year or two before the modding community is able to implement bosses in Silksong, but it could be worth the wait. These kinds of mods would of course be free for everyone. This is also a great time to mention that I have a few boss concepts that go far beyond what I shared today, but sharing those bosses has one issue. I kind of need this video to do well. This is the first time I actually commission an artist for a video, and while I would love to commission Tian for more projects, it is not feasible for me to spend 10 times the money on a video compared to the money that the video makes me. And that does not mean that Tian is too expensive, not at all. He is worth every cent, but it does mean that YouTube pays like shit. So please spread this video to as many people as possible so I can maybe get a sponsorship or something to cover the cost of a potential sequel to this video. Alternatively, please check out my Patreon if you want to support me more directly. It is $1 per month, there are many exclusive videos on there, and without this support I won't be able to make another video like this. But please only consider supporting my Patreon if you are actually financially stable enough to do so. And if this video is a financial minus for me and gets like 5,000 views, then that's fine as well, because I think this was worth it as a one-time thing. But if you want more, you know what you can do. That's it from me, thanks for Tian for all his awesome work, his links are down below. I hope to see you soon, take care and bye panada.